wonder what it's all about. That's love. Oh, that's love. That's love. Just when you think you're on solid ground, just a word and you're upside down. That's love. Oh, that's love. That's love. That's love.
I didn't sleep with Laurel in the West Indies. Why won't you believe me?
Oh, but I do.
You don't. And neither does Patsy. You're both just humoring me. I didn't have Laurel. Oh, the hell with it. I might as well be hanged for a sheep as for a fictional lamb. Laurel. Donald. Unfinished business.
Of course they did it.
Yes, of course. Well, how else would her knickers have got into his suitcase?
Thing is, I've stopped minding.
You do after a while.
No, I don't mean that. It's just, once Daddy had pointed out it's either divorce or acceptance of something that's all in the past, I found that acceptance gives me a sort of peace. There, I've accepted it. Aren't I wonderful?
No, your tan. Your tan. I was asking about your tan. Yes, are you still lovely and golden and appealing? No, not peeling. Appealing. Yes. Have you been drinking? A liquid lunch at a private viewing. Bloody hell, I would choose now. Well, I've never seen your white patches. No, I know that's my own fault. Yes. That's why I was phoning. About your white bits. I was wondering whether I could perhaps have a private viewing. No, not of paintings, of your white bits. Yes, yes, you've got there, yes. Yes, yes, you can see my white bits too, if you like. Mind you, I've only got one. One white bit. Yes. Everything else is complete. Well, yes, thank you very much indeed. Yes, that's fine. Thank you very much. That sounds most agreeable. Highly, yes, my word. Well, thank you for your call. I reciprocate in every way, Mr. Taylor. Mrs. Taylor, I'm sorry. Mrs. Taylor, I do beg your pardon. Yes, thank you very much indeed. No. Jeffrey came in. My clerk. Yes, I will give him your love. Look, Laurel, the point is, do you want to do it now or not? Yes, I could have put that more romantically, I suppose. Well, I thought if we met for lunch and then went on somewhere for the afternoon. Good. Now, dates.
So you're taking that job Laurel offered you? Such a challenge, Mother. I'm really looking forward to it. That's why I changed my mind.
Nothing to do with keeping an eye on Donald and her.
Good Lord, no.
No. No. Ah. No. No. The week beginning the 18th. Yes, I've got 3 afternoons. Monday, Thursday, Friday. You're in Rome, I don't believe it. What time's the return flight that Friday? AM? Fine. Oh, Friday afternoon it is then. Air traffic control permitting. Great. A month's time. I can hardly wait. Half an hour out in the garden, you two, when you've finished. Then bath. Then I'll give you a giant belly button story.
Hank's telling us a story.
Ah.
No, mine will keep. You hear your dad's, much better.
No, you hear Hank's story.
No, really.
No.
No.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
We'll hear your story another night, Daddy. Won't we, Matthew?
Yes. Shall I book a night? 4 weeks' time? Do you want the story?
I was going to listen to Hank's, actually. It's a serial. Very good.
Well, don't miss an episode on my account.
You can listen too, Daddy. Hank won't mind. Will you, Hank?
Perhaps you could tell me a story another night.
Fact or fiction? Fiction.
So much more entertaining.
I didn't do it.
Of course not.
Of course not. Okay. Who wants a swing before bath time?
We can't. Hank's given us bicycle training.
Zoe was right. It was a terrific story.
He's good, isn't he?
How did we ever do without him?
You mustn't mind.
I don't.
When Olive first came, if one of the children fell over or wanted something, it was always her they'd run to. Really hurt sometimes.
It's not a condition of their being my children. They must love me to the exclusion of all others. I was just put out by the speed of it, that's all.
You were away for a whole week. That's a long time in their lives.
In all our lives. It's not the children's affections that worry me.
I'm not in love with Hank.
I'm getting tired of staring at you through plate glass.
What?
I did not screw Laurel in the West Indies.
I know you didn't. You've said so.
But if you don't stop all this, I am going to screw her quite soon in the UK.
Is that a threat?
It's more of a plea for help.
You need help to screw her. Poor you. Well, I suppose I could always hold her down or something.
She doesn't need holding down, that's the trouble.
You mean she just lies there inert under you? How intoxicating for you both.
I am trying to avoid something happening which you're making inevitable.
Oh, you mean when you do, it'll all be my fault? Of course. Well, I accept the blame now, so go ahead.
Now, this charade you're playing out is daft. You're sure I did, but you're going to pretend I didn't. Because if you play it that way, perhaps it'll all go away and everything will be great again. Well, you can't play that game. You can't play that game. You're no good at make-believe, and thank God, I say. Now, listen to me. I wanted to. I was going to. I could have, but I didn't. There. Is that comprehensive enough to be the beginning of a sensible dialogue?
Wanted to, going to, could have. Please, don't offload your secret longings onto me. It's bad enough as it is without having...
As what is?
What?
What's bad enough as it is?
Nothing.
How can nothing be bad enough as it is if nothing's wrong?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If nothing's wrong, nothing's bad.
Don't muddle me.
You're already totally confused.
No, I got all this clear.
You've got it all wrong.
I'm going to sleep downstairs.
Oh, no, you're not. You're going to have this out with me now.
Let me pass.
If anyone goes downstairs, it'll be me.
All right, then go.
Why are you determined to pretend I didn't when you're sure I did and you won't listen to me?
Because I can't stand you lying. I can bear you doing it just out there in the tropics. Good excuse. But what's too humiliating is having to listen to you say again and again that you didn't when we both know that you did. Since you insist on continuing to lie, all right, I'll play it that way for you. I'll even swallow it eventually, but just shut up about it, can't you? Don't keep repeating the lie. Shut up or get out.
So I'm guilty, am I?
Oh, Donald, come on. I saw the way you looked at her. I saw you both. I found those bloody knickers in your suitcase. Damn it, don't keep rubbing my nose in it. Just give it a rest.
Here. Here's your rotten evidence. Keep it. Now, if I've been found guilty on those and a couple of lustful expressions, I don't think much of your system of justice.
What are you doing?
Riding a bike. What's it look like?
Aren't you going downstairs?
Yes. Downstairs and out through the front door. I'll be believed in my own home, or I'll go. And I might well find Laurel, or anybody else who'll do it. Then I can come back and confess it to you. And at last you'll believe me. And then perhaps we can both live happily ever after.
Sorry, sir. I know you weren't to be disturbed, but
Yes?
your wife is on line 1, your daughter is on line 2, your mother-in-law is on line 3, and Mrs. Manassott is on line 4, sir.
Beam me up, Scotty.
You only need my Auntie Ada for a nap hand, sir.
I'll talk to Zoe. Tell Mrs. Manassotti I'll call her back. Tell my mother-in-law I'm in Tahiti. And tell my wife to go and... I'll speak to her after Zoe.
Very good, sir. Line 2, sir, for your daughter.
Zoe, hello. Tonight? Of course I will. Zoe, whose idea was it? Zoe? Zoe? Well, shouldn't mess about with idle chatter. Patsy, hello, what can I do for you? That's how I start all my phone conversations. To wives, daughters, anyone, really. Well, you obviously do want something. I presume you didn't call just to say you love me. Oh, you did? Well, I hadn't intended to, but Zoe just phoned to ask for a giant belly bowl story this evening, so I will be back, yes. I'll put the children to bed, then go, all right? Yes, of course I'll have a meal with them. And you. Cod sounds thrilling. Yes, we can talk. Provided you've got something sensible to say, not a lot of bull about believing me when you obviously... Patsy!
Mrs. Malassotti, sir.
I'll call her next.
No, she's here, sir.
What?
Apparently she phoned from just round the corner.
Oh, no.
I told your mother-in-law that you were out for the afternoon. I didn't mention Tahiti, sir. She said she was only going to invite you for a drink at the end of this afternoon before she went to the theatre with her Canadian friends.
Snoop, Snoop. She's up to something.
Donald, there you are. I know you're furious with me, but I had to have 2 words with you. Sorry.
Laurel, hello. That's all right, Geoffrey, thank you.
Oh, it's not Geoffrey's fault. I forced my way in.
You've been drinking again, haven't you?
It's these lunchtime do's, fashion shows, gallery openings and so on. Champagne sloshing about. I'm useless on an empty stomach. I feel quite silly.
You look absolutely wonderful, plastered or not, but I have to get on.
Yes, yes, I'm going. And don't pay me any knee-jerk compliments either. I must look a mess, like some bag woman. A Gucci bag woman, of course.
Yes, it is me.
We made an assignation yesterday for a month ahead. Practically another incarnation. I came to see if A, I still fancied you, B, if you were worth waiting for, and C, if you had any distinguishing features that I'd remember for 4 weeks.
And what are the answers?
A, yes, like mad, though God knows why. You're not my type. Not anybody's much, really. Wonder what it is about you. B, I don't feel like waiting 4 weeks.
Neither do I.
What?
You heard.
Mm-hmm.
You smell wonderful.
Donald, a compliment, you devil, you. As for C, the distinguishing features, I can't quite see. How's your white patch?
Fine. How's yours?
Gleaming. Want to see?
Yes, but not here.
We could lock the door. The carpet's nice and thick.
Tonight.
What?
I'll see you tonight.
Tonight?
That's what I said.
Tonight?
Yes.
All night tonight?
The whole lot.
Well, haven't you got to get home to wifey?
I've left home for the moment.
Really, why?
A row.
With Patsy? Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
What for, you bloody fool?
You.
Me? We haven't done anything yet.
Patsy thinks we have.
You've got caught before you've done anything. You're hopeless, aren't you?
Well, tonight?
Why not?
Your place?
No, not really. What about wherever you're staying?
No, I'll find another hotel.
No, you won't. I will.
No, come on, I will.
Oh, don't be such a gent. I'm feeling generous. I'll take us to the Lancaster.
Wow.
Shall we say 7 o'clock in the bar of the Lancaster?
No, 10 o'clock.
10? You're just turning up with a cocoa, or what?
Well, I have to go home and read the children a bedtime story first and then get back into town.
God almighty, married men. Okay, 10. Will you read me a lovely bedtime story, then?
I'll do my best.
I'll do my best. Think up some better chat than that by tonight, will you?
I'll do my... Yes, I will.
Is that your personal organizer, or are you looking forward to seeing me?
Both, as a matter of fact.
How did they like the story?
Seemed to go down big. Best giant belly bowl story I've ever made up. Got quite excited myself, wondering what was going to happen in the end.
Yes, I wonder.
Well, I'll be off then.
Want a drink before you go?
No, I don't think so. I'm,
Driving.
Yes.
Right. You sure?
Well, just one then. No, I'll...
No, I will.
Oh.
You don't live here anymore, remember?
Oh, yes. I must say I'd have been marginally less moved by Zoe's plea for a story if I'd known it was Hank's evening off.
Heartless little buggers, aren't they?
Wonder where they get it from.
What does that mean?
Nothing. So, where is Hank, then?
Babysitting for Amanda and Gary. They'll be here in a minute.
Amanda and Gary are coming round.
Yes, they're just going to return the roof rack.
Do they know that?
You're domiciled elsewhere?
Mm.
No, of course not.
Well, I better be off.
Do you have to be somewhere?
No.
Lock up early at the local flop house, do they?
The fish was lovely. Thank you.
Cod steaks. The children's favourite. You've only had them 1,000 times.
Talking of cod, your mother rang this afternoon. Said she wanted to take me for a drink before I went home because she was going to the theatre with your father and some Canadian friends. What does she want?
Just that, I suppose.
Your mother never wants just that.
No.
Does she know?
About your change of address? No, of course not.
Oh.
You don't have to go at all, you know. No one's forcing you. Just stay.
It's not that easy.
Seems easy enough to me.
You got anything you want to say?
Like what?
Like you believe me? Like you really believe me? Not this stupid, phony act. Just say it, and I'll stay. I'll cancel.
Cancel what?
My room.
I can't rearrange what I believe or don't believe just because you've decided to spend a few nights in a hotel.
I haven't had her yet.
This isn't about what's true anymore. It's a battle of wills, isn't it?
I'll make you believe me.
Make me. Oh, it is a battle.
I mean, make it easy for you. Tomorrow, you'll see.
How? Amanda and Gary.
Oh, God.
Oh, here he is. The Wanderer returned.
What?
She's allowed you back home again, has she, for the sake of the kids? Ah, good old Patsy.
Hank gave it all away.
Hank told you?
No, he didn't tell us. He gave it away by accident.
That's Hank.
He said that Donald had come back to tell the kids a bedtime story. I said, what do you mean, come back? He blushed, and Mandy got the rest out of him. So, Patsy's forgiven you, has she? She must be mad.
There's nothing to forgive, and Donald comes home when he likes.
You keep your feet under the table, matey. You can be slung out fast enough if you're not careful.
I beg your pardon.
A judge. Bang, out.
Shut up, Gary. Sorry, you two. He's always had the JCB approach to marital counselling.
I must be off. Look, don't think it's not lovely to see the two of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Sort it all out then. Bye.
You prat.
It's only lightening the atmosphere a bit.
Thank you. Is this our room key?
Yep.
And is your drinks tab?
Yep. Oh, no, please let me.
My treat. I hope.
I'm a bit old to be a toy boy, aren't I?
You'll do. Shall we go up?
Why not?
I've ordered supper in our room. Champagne, smoked salmon, caviar.
Fish again.
You make a habit of this.
Oh, no, no.
There you are, Gary. If you must see them. The cause of all the trouble.
And these are the reason he's buzzed off, eh?
More or less.
You shouldn't let him run off like that. Stay easy. He's a danger to normal people.
He's a grown-up, for God's sake.
Donald, grown up?
Had a good look, have you?
Don't women wear soppy things, thank God.
Where were these?
In his dirty washing.
But where?
In his suitcase.
The navy blue one with the straps?
Yes.
In the lid pouch?
Yes.
The case you lent me last summer?
Yes. Oh, I don't believe it. Are you sure?
Well, they're the same label, they're my size. I did lose some, and you did lend me that case.
Laurel swore she never wore that make.
You mean I've been getting excited over your niggers?
Oh, Patsy, I'm sorry.
Sorry? This is the best news I've ever had. I knew Donald couldn't lie. I just knew it. That's why I was so... Oh, I love him. And I blamed him. Oh, Amanda, I love you. It's all my fault.
Hey, you can do that to me too, if you like.
I knew I could trust him. How do I look?
Stay with us next on Carlton Select when a crumbling marriage is seen through the eyes of a child. James Fox, Anna Massey and Twiggy star in our film Sunchild in a couple of minutes.
Upside down.